I'm Phil Deltatto. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I purchased my most common purchase, I think, from your website is the wheel cleaner that I always buy because I think it works the best on all my stuff. So, yeah, I've purchased other things before, like sweatshirts and stuff like that. I always get entered into like the PrimeDriven daily ones because those are usually some pretty cool car that I always like grew up wanting, like either a Subaru or an Evo or an S2000, something like that. But I usually my go-to is always the wheel cleaner just because it actually works like really well. So it's typically what I'll purchase. It's probably been I think it's got to be like 3 or 4 years now. There's obviously those other companies out there that do like the giveaway cars and stuff. And I'll be honest, I think it was like just an ad on Instagram, that long ago that just said, "Hey, you have other interest in, these accounts, check this one out." Um, and I just, naturally clicked on there and everything seemed legit. And I think at the time you guys were giving away a, like a GD SPI that was World Rally Blue. And I always wanted a World Rally Blue one. So I was like, shoot, I'm going to give it a shot. Why not? So, and then from there, I was just kind of hooked on continuing to try to get entered. And then I think like a year later, you guys started doing the daily version, and that came in through the email. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely trying for that because lower number of entries, that sort of thing. And a lot of the times I don't need that much wheel cleaner, so it was better to just be able to get like a keychain or a water bottle or something like that. I actually still have my STI water bottle somewhere in here from one of the entries, but yeah, it's stuff I like to purchase stuff that I can use. So it's you guys always have like awesome stuff on the website, and like I said, the most usable thing that I like is that wheel cleaner. So, but I like the fact that you guys do like realistic cars. It's stuff that people can drive and enjoy. Like I've had several different vehicles myself just growing up, but just everything that you guys have, it just seems like it's ready to go, can be driven, like you guys said, daily. So that's a big thing for me. It's not like you're gonna sit there and win some Lambo or some 8-inch lifted truck that's twice as wide as the street lanes. So I think you got what you guys do is awesome, and that's why I continue to enter. So I'm still gonna enter. I'm ready for another Subaru. I'm trying to get into the Subaru game again. The text was funny to me because obviously it came from an unknown phone number. Didn't come in labeled as potential spam or anything like that, but I was just kind of like, I was actually working at the time, so I'm like, I read it and I'm like, oh. I'm like, this is probably just like, I've seen you guys post the things that say like, oh, it could be, we'll never like reach out to you or scam you like that. So I read it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if that's legit. So my response was literally, is this legit? Question mark. And then I screenshot it and sent it to my wife. And she's like, wait, let me look up. She calls me and she's like, let me go to their website and see how they notify the winner. So she's at home, like doing all this research really quick, like, checking all the boxes. And she's like, Phil, no, this is how they contact you. I'm like, I don't know anybody that would go as far as scamming and getting a full screenshot of the order. So I was like, okay, maybe this is legit. So, follow-up text was, wait, seriously? So, it was pretty crazy. I know when I got the call, there's, that 15-minute window between receiving the text and getting the phone call where I was actually driving from one, job site to the other. And I'm literally like, had such a huge like grin on my face that I could barely get like a sentence out that made sense. And it was like one of those moments where you're just like, oh, I can't believe it, not crying or anything, but it's just like you're thinking faster than you can talk and you're breathing faster than you can talk. So it was like just one of those, crazy exciting moments, like huge adrenaline rush, huge endorphin rush. Like it was just, I still like don't believe it. I don't know if it's just because obviously like car's not here yet, but it's like you still just, I tell my friends or like somebody asked me about it, like when I reposted the post and they're just like, you won a car? They're like, how did you win a car? And then like explaining the whole concept and everything, and everybody's like, man, that's pretty damn cool. Like, so yeah, definitely a whirlwind of emotions that all lead to just pretty much pure happiness and excitement to get back into a vehicle, because I haven't had like a road car in, I don't know, of my own for probably like 6 or 7 years since we lived in Jacksonville, because I sold my RS before we moved down here to kind of fund the whole move. So I'm super excited to get back into something that I can like feel proud to take to Cars and Coffee and not just be like a bystander, like show up and be like, hey, yeah, I got a cool car to people can admire. So I'm excited for it. That's definitely the main word is excitement. Yeah, without question, I would go for it. I mean, you guys have good quality products. I've purchased like sweatshirts for my wife. I've purchased sweatshirts for my sister and stuff from your website. I love all like the patriotic ones you guys do that incorporate like the American flag and some of the gear and everything. So I would tell them, if you're going to be buying stuff like that, or if you need something like that, or if it's detail supply on anything, you might as well do it from a company that's going to give you an opportunity to win one of the cool cars you're like passionate about. So without question, I would say go ahead. You guys have, I think, super fair prices for everything. I don't think it's like gouged by any means. And, obviously your, transparency with the way the giveaways work and your videos and stuff like that. I mean, it's just one of those things that doesn't feel scammy at all, or, you actually feel like you have a chance, I especially appreciate too when you guys do like the PrimeDriven daily ones through the emails where you say like, hey, this many people have entered so far. I think that's pretty cool. And that definitely gives you kind of more of a peace of mind, like, hey, there is an actual chance I could, walk away with this car. So I'll tell everyone, give it a shot, because I was a naysayer. My wife was definitely a naysayer. She was like, there's no way you're ever going to win anything. That's such a waste of time. So kind of have her to thank for continuing to push me to prove her wrong. And I'll tell everyone, you got to go for it, man, because otherwise, you can't win if you don't enter.